Mr. Susan, one of my favorite all-time bands. They had an EP called The Belladonna Combination plus the full-length album called Popularity Contest. Unfortunately, it broke up, but they developed a new band called Crushed by Pimps, who's Christian and Ben from Mr. Susan. And, you know, you can't put anything past them as far as like jokes and that sort of thing. And it's really funny. And when I was talking to them about the new song, Persian Rocks, he goes, you might want to do it first because it's a little bit risky at the beginning. So it's like, no, it's fine. Because we're not promoting drugs here. Just funny. Just more or less like a gag sort of thing. You know, fuck, wait, what's that cut with, right? So it's more or less a joke than anything. So that's what we took it as, and that's nothing serious because we don't promote anything illegal or anything of that sort of thing on this show. But we have a lot of fun doing our music podcast. But great song, and you gotta hand it to these guys that they are very, very tight as a band, and even the new stuff you can still tell how they work together, and it's like they've been doing it forever for a long time. And great tune, love the mixture, and I can never get enough of these guys.
Yeah, I mean that is some tune, isn't it? I mean a quality instrumental. Just I don't know. There's loads of drama. The rock, the kind of diversity, the depth, it's trippy, but it's just it just oozes their talent, doesn't it? I mean, it just shows how good they are as musicians, basically, and I love that. And for me, that's it's brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
Right on. So we have a few more songs to get to tonight. So the next one up from Right from the Grave is a band that we all love, and such a shame they broke off. They did a full-length album, and then not too long after that, they were done. And this is Odell's project, The Evil Dead, who we love and wish Odell will do something very, very something along the same lines very, very soon. So here we go with The Evil Dead and Don't Open Those Doors. Dig this. right on the Neville dead with "Don't open those doors." Unfortunately, they're no more, and a great song right from the grave because Odell had it. Sorry. They're a mix of like early Monsters / Adams Family kind of theme tunes plus like a new age like alternative rock. Man, great band, love them. It's just too bad they're disbanded. So go ahead, B.
Yeah, I was going to say no. They're totally missing their new work from these guys. I mean, I saw them in Camden and they were just brilliant. They're a really lovely bunch of guys, but they're also just cracking live, really tight, and their tracks are just different, aren't they? I mean, they're just it's sad, but that's what happens, I guess, with bands, isn't it? It's difficult, isn't it, to keep it sometimes the momentum going, the passion, and everything else. And as they get older or whatever, if they've been doing it a long time, it's hard because lives get in the way, don't they? Sometimes from what they can put into it, really.
Very true. Oh, please, really? well, we did do the hat and the nails, but she's got a wart. The translation for "Will you please direct me to the nearest train station" in Hungarian is "Will you please fondle my buttocks?" Will you please fondle my buttocks? Oh yes, it's 2 blocks to the left, down to the right. Graham Chapman and Terry G. Like goes awesome.
Fantastic.
So we have a few more songs to get to tonight. 3 more songs from Ray from the Grave, and one is one of my personal favorites. I've seen them a bunch of times in Montreal, and they're a Montreal band called Me, Mom, and Morgenthaler. They're a ska band, and the irony behind the title is Henry Morgenthaler was an abortionist. Thus, Me, Mom, and Morgenthaler. So there you go. So we go with a song called L'Anarchie, which in English is Anarchy. Dig this.
Des hommes déshabillés, de drogue commandée, d'amour et de tuer. Et si tu me paries les réponses aux grands défis de l'univers, et même si tu me traites de creuse, tant mieux, j'aime la vie en anarchie. Ce n'est pas à maison, toujours itinérante. On dirait les mauvais temps, on dirait toutes les tristesses. Dormir un œil ouvert, ça m'a coûté cher de foutre tout en l'air. Et si tu me paries les réponses aux grands défis de l'univers, et même si tu me traites de creuse, tant mieux, j'aime la vie en anarchie. Libre et gâteuse, d'avoir d'être généreux. Je vis comme une chienne galeuse, je vis comme une friponne. Mais très dévergondée, les réactions sont bonnes quand on me fait pour toucher. Et si tu me paries les réponses aux grands défis de l'univers, et même si tu me traites de creuse, tant mieux, j'aime la vie en anarchie.
Me, Mom, and Morgan Tower. That's off her album She Was Space Machine, which came out, I guess, at least 20 years ago. That song's called L'Anarchie, which in English is Anarchy. But great tune, and these guys were a huge staple Montreal for a long, long time, and still are, even though they're not playing anymore together. But great tune, love the song, and I've seen them quite a few times. It's still my better. It's just something that you grew up on in Montreal if you're born like late 70s, early 80s. So there you go.
Yeah, no, really fast paced, funky, cool, loads of fun, and yeah, I mean, I love the kind of ska stuff anyway, and the jazzy stuff, and the language is just, that's part of it. It makes it beautiful. I love that. Listening to, even if I don't understand everything, it's part of it. It's great. Really good fun. Love that.
Well, what I'm going to do too is they have an EP called Clown Heaven and Hell.
Right.
And that was before they made their full length, and they have a song called "Spit All My Chin." It's talking about one of Canada's prime ministers called his name is Brian Mulroney.
Right.
So a very funny song, and it kind of pretty much making fun of him, but in a good satirical way, right? So
yeah.
So we have a couple more songs left for Ray from the Grave. Next up is a band. It's another thing they broke up, and the lead singer for this band, Natalie Ribbons, she's done a few things. She did a band called Age of Ribbons years ago, and she did telenovela, and she did a couple of things, and she has a fantastic voice. But unfortunately, I think they took the split in 2016. So this is a band called Telenovela, and the song's called Excalibur.